Yeah, let me get right, man, with this smoothie up. Lesson 3, we talking streams of income. Who don't like money? Let's get it. It's 8 different ones. So I'm gonna whip this smoothie up. Gonna sit down, chop it up, get right to it. Once again, it's on. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're talking about 8 streams of income, which we all need. The more the merrier. First stream, earn income. And you get this by trading your time for money. So if you have a job, you earn a commission, bonuses, tips. That's considered earned income. It's usually taxed at ordinary income around 40%, and you trading your time for money. You could start off in that lane, but eventually you're gonna have to put the turn signal on to get over, because eventually you're gonna burn out. You're not gonna be able to sustain just earning income. You're gonna have to make some coins while you sleep. Second stream, profit income. You get this from buying and selling goods. For example, you buy a box of t-shirts, $2 a tee, but you end up selling the tees for $5. The difference between what you bought it for and what you sell it for, that's the profit. Like I said before, you buy new items at a low rate and then you mark it up and sell it. It's profit income. Still trading your time, but you get to control the margins, what they spending. Number 3, interest income. This comes from when lenders lend out money, they charge interest on the money they lend. Also, investors earn interest on their investments over a period of time. So if you place, a certain amount of money on an investment and now you're earning money over time, that's interest income. Along with, like I said, if you're a private lender, banks, this is how they make their money, by charging interest on the money they lend to you. We call that interest income. They taxing this at the same rate as ordinary income, and that's usually around 40%, but it varies, and it definitely changes from where you stay at, either in the world or the US, because you got state level tax and you also have federal. But you can end up avoiding or deterring your taxes with certain assets like real estate or shares in a company. You could definitely take advantage of avoiding or paying low taxes by placing your money in certain areas. Couple examples of interest income. You could have US savings and treasury bonds. You could cop those. Or you could cop corporate bonds. You could grab mutual funds, ETFs, which is exchange traded fund. You can have CDs, which is certifications of deposits, checking and savings accounts. They earn interest, very little, but they do. Money market accounts, again, very little interest is earned, but they do. Loans made to others. So like I said before, if I grant you a loan, or the bank grants you a loan, that charge interest on the money that they gave you. Royalty income. That comes from other people using your idea. So you come up with an idea, copyrighted work, natural resources, franchises. You get this money by licensing out your ideas, your intellectual property. Franchises, McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's, hair salons, beauty educational schools, things like that. You'll earn a royalty because you allow others to use your idea, and they'll pay you for that. That's passive money. You came up with the idea, patented it, you got it copywritten, and now you just license the idea out and people will pay you, called royalties. Even with music industry. Or stream number 5, we talking dividends. That comes from investing in companies like Walmart, things on the stock exchange. And you earn this dividend once they pay out shares to their shareholders. So it depends on how many shares you bought, on how much your dividend is going to be at the time they issue it. But for example, if you receive a $29 dividend, right? You bought 10 shares of Walmart. I mean, for each share, you paid $2.90. Depending on the taxable income, you could pay between 0, 15, or even 20% of taxes on the dividends that you receive from the company you invested in. Number 6, we talking rental income. That comes from owning property, duplex, single family home, a multi-unit. So when your tenants pay you their monthly rent every month, that's earned income. Beauty about owning real estate is the income that you gain can definitely offset against your expenses that you had by owning a property. So you will end up paying low taxes if you do it right. But I'm not an accountant, I'm not a financial advisor, I just know a little bit about a lot. So definitely seek professional financial advice. I'm just a guy that know a little bit about a lot, and I'm willing to share what I learned, because at the end of the day, we gotta share game. You gotta reach one, teach one. For sure, it's the only way we're gonna keep this thing moving. Number 7, talking capital gains income. Earn that by profits from a sale of an asset. Let me list a few assets that would be considered capital gains. If you had shares of a stock, like I just spoke on, profits from a business, profits from selling land, profits from selling art. By owning assets that increase in value and then selling that asset, that's considered a capital gains. And that is definitely taxable. In most cases, it's usually taxed at a lower rate than ordinary income, but it is taxable. Example, you purchase 100 shares of Apple stock, right? And you grab the stock at 120 a share. So your entry fee to grabbing the shares is $12,000. You follow? The stock grows, company booming. They selling a lot of items. They doing numbers. You later end up selling your shares of your stock at $145, making $2,500 off your capital gain. Talking number 8, residual income. That comes from continually getting paid for work you did earlier. Prime example, this video I'm doing for y'all, I did it on such and such a date, but I can continue to get paid for it over time. That includes royalties, like I spoke of, rentals, ongoing sales of consumer goods. So Dick's, Modell's, Foot Locker, they constantly selling consumer goods. It's residual income for the owner. Music, digital arts, books. People that created books 10 years ago, 5 years ago, even 15. As long as the book's selling, they're earning residual income. So they put in the work and then they're, cashing out years later. And if the product is really booming, you're gonna continue to make money. That's the game we trying to be in. At Anti-Famous family, right? We want to make the money while we sleep. We want that residual. It's usually taxed at the same rate as ordinary income, but it's very possible to have deduction to reduce your liability. So like I spoke on earlier with expenses and real estate, you got a building, you have a tenant, they're paying you every month, but wear and tear. There's a lot of expenses that come with owning a property. So you can offset your profit against your expenses. It put your money where it's supposed to be. We got to move smart around here. So as I close out, we spoke on 8 streams of income, not just one. Coming up, normally they just tell you, get a job and earn your income. But there's 7 other ways to make a buck. There's 7 other ways to fund your lifestyle. So choose wisely. Catch you on traffic. Safe travels.